I'm really happy that we are starting in this place, because that's the thing that I think struck me the most as we went to learn about prisons and prison conditions. But you can't divorce that from the context in which these countries operate in terms of their social welfare approach. And unlike the US, just starting with Finland, it's a country that provides extensive social support for families, and that mitigates a lot of the social and financial challenges that we often see here in America that can lead to system involvement. So from the start, even when we talk a lot about early childhood in my work, Finland is providing families with support in three main areas: financial support by the way of a child allowance, so that every child born until they reach the age of 17, that family is getting actual cash resources, regardless of the child's nationality. And the most interesting thing is that if you are a single mother, you are getting more. And there's a recognition that there's a higher cost for you to bear in taking care of your child by yourself. And so you have, a child allowance, you had, you said, housing loans, housing allowances, a free healthcare system, early childhood, free public school, free school meals, something we've been fighting for and just really getting across the country in the United States, and 14 months of paid maternal and paternal leave. But what we learned was that it wasn't always that way. As they were shifting, Finland and Norway and others, to these supportive social welfare approaches to be preventative for incarceration rates, you have us in the United States doing the exact opposite. And we often think about the war on drugs and the crime policies, but there's also the social welfare policies that were ushered in the Reagan era, right? And so you have the Nordic countries taking the best interests of the child and totally reshifting their child welfare system, where we are looking at families who are suffering from the conditions of economic depravity and saying, well, we're going to take your child, put them in the child welfare system. They were actually looking at ways, how do we reduce these large institutions? How do we make sure that it's voluntary, that we're providing the family unit support that they need so that it's not neglect, but it's actually giving them the basic needs that they need to support their children. So when we think about, as you said, these policy choices, and in my work, we're often talking about how poverty is a policy choice. In contrast, we see these robust social welfare programs really serving as the preventative factors, really ensuring that we're reducing family stress, we're lowering the risk of system involvement, where people will have their basic needs and more met. And it creates a safety net that helps children and families in the whole country thrive.